Alright, hello to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there across the electrical ocean. This is Jazzman back in the finale of Vodka X versus Tacticals in the Poxnora Tournament of Noobs. And I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea this was a best of 3. I thought it was a best of 1, and I'm looking like an idiot right now because I missed the other games in the series. But for those of you who are interested in watching those, I'm sure they'll be there. Like, we have multiple commentators doing the during the tournament here, so maybe one of them, either Atio or Saforg, uploaded those videos. But I'll be doing this one, and apparently it's 2-2 right now. So this is the tiebreaker, the grudge match, if you will. And honestly, I'm shocked that that Tacticals has made this a best like a 2-2 series, because honestly, Vodka's deck counters Slag so hard. I mean, they got so much anti-healing, they got swarms, they got better late game, and not sure if the map picks were all in Vodka's favor as well, but the first one definitely was, I feel like. On this one, I don't know, heavy mid-font map, dead fairies can pressure from both sides. I mean, there's potential for cheapos to contest up here too. But, I mean, maybe these cliffs will aid Tactical's game plan. All the knockback that Slags have access to. Just slamming zombos across what am I trying to say? The elevation. I was going to say levitation, but then I realized zombies can't fly. Ignore Dead Fairy. But, yeah, 2 Ooze Kings in play right away for Tacticals. And I guess he's just going to be bombing from range. Oh, wow, that Psychic Magnetism pull, allowing Dead Fairy to contest, and man, this is already not looking too good for Tacticals. I guess this Ooze King is going to have to go over here and haggle with Dead Fairy for a bit. But, I mean, yeah, Intimidating's useless there. The only saving grace for Tacticals is that Dead Fairy's minimum range is so long that Ooze King can just sit in her face all game long and, you know, force Dead Fairy to kite around. But over here in the mid, it's looking like Korag is just going to sit. He's going to be the big wall of meat for Vodka here. And another Dead Fairy, Unholy Tumen back. Yeah. Definitely well played to Tacticals. I think both of them has played well in the first game. I really wish I caught the second and third ones, but, you know, it is what it is. Actually, we're going to be seeing this Ooze King go to mid, and this freshly deployed one go take bot back. Seems like just playing the waiting game has done Vodka wonders here in these games. Baby Slag on his own can't really do much versus the Dead Fairy. Range versus range, but in pair vision kind of throws a wrench into things. Also, Guarded Slag is wasted as a top side deploy. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Tacticals just sort of try and poke at mid font with that 4 range from there, but Baby Slag, not really what you want to see go on top. I guess the logic is that it's cheap. You can grab the font, you know, with its 5 speed, not going to be. But again, its ability set is really more useful for a grouped fight rather than a 1v1. And I mean, the problem is flying champs just get so much of an advantage here that early Dead Fairy deploys really kind of do Tacticals in. It's got to get his Caustic Slags out. Those are the only champs that can really trade with Dead Fairy on even ground. The Voltaic Slag, not really a damage-oriented rune. I guess it can poke occasionally with its dot, but based on the upgrades I saw from Tacticals last time, he's gone with a more supporty build of improved range and strike. I would probably favor Sunder over Strike. I think taking Strike makes him a little too selfish of a piece. I think Slags already get defense drops if champions are on Ooze, and I think adding Sunder to the mix kind of facilitates that, you know, soften things up. They have Corrosive Grenade for more Sunder, so they can sort of take advantage of low defense guys in that regard. But here, Dead Fairy, I mean, I guess Dead Fairy can just take a few turns poking. I think the best place for Dead Fairy would be to just fly over here and block, yeah, get away from the Ooze King with using the vegetation. But I mean, that's kind of a problem, though, because if you ever get grounded over that, you're going to take additional damage and be stuck for a turn, so maybe not best to end your turn over the vegetation, but definitely try to play around that if possible. These 3 spaces here, forcing the Ooze King to chase in weird ways. And the Lost Queen coming in. So Amp is already... Oh, no, yeah, Amp's at 20%. But yeah, the Sludge Pool coming down. I really feel like Tacticals could make maybe better use of the Sludge Pools. In his first game, I saw him drop them somewhat without purpose. They make ooze, but you really... Like, he has no way to take advantage of this ooze right now. He has no relocation. He has... I guess he can tunnel, but, I mean, you could just walk up and hit the corpse anyway. Like, he's not like he's tunneling towards a backliner or anything. Maybe, I guess if it lives, it can help get reinforcements into the fight sooner, but, like, your Ooze King is getting attacked, and you're spawning ooze anyway. I don't know, I just feel like there's better ways to do it. I guess here it contests the font for a turn. And saves your Ooze King some damage. But Baby Slag actually going to go in on the Dead Fairy. He's not afraid of strutting his stuff. And Dead Fairy, I mean, you know, Dead Fairy can just back off. She's not in too much danger from that. A Bash, I guess, kind of hinders her payback, but Imperavision plus Rabbit is really strong. And there's that goopy, slimy, tunnely sound effect from Tunnel Ooze. Loving that. Yeah, this Dead Fairy already down to 14 HP. I guess Ooze King Gravity Well. No, he didn't Gravity Well. He just went in for a big old bop. And now Dead Fairy was defenseless. She's lost flying. Probably not long for this world, but it has drained a bit of Tacticals' Nora. I think after the initial contest, I probably would have backed off, to be honest. I think Dead Fairy on this map is too valuable to waste in, like, a contesting situation. You are Forsaken Waste at the end of the day. You're going to get her back soon. But contesting here, I mean, unless, like, you gotta make some progress on this side of the map if that's what you're going to be throwing a champ away on, right? So I guess she can get a couple more turns, but I think saving Dead Fairies to poke from across this cliff would have been a better use of Vodka's time, perhaps? Fleshweaver Witch, I guess, can do a Hex. Vodka played, in the last game I uploaded, Vodka played pretty passively with the Fleshweavers when Zombie Herder was not off cooldown. But we're going to see a Herder here, and I'm guessing maybe a contest from Dead Fairy? Yeah, a contest without a bash, because charmed units cannot engage other units. So this Dead Fairy walks into top, and this is actually a really good contest because everything of Tacticals is over here dealing with this fairy. And then Lost Queen, I guess. Did she not charge? I feel like she had the AP for a charge, right? Why did she not go in for that? Or at least do a Binding Chains to lock down that Baby Slag, prevent it from contesting with a Relic, right? But I guess the Sludge Pool goes down, and maybe I kind of want to see the Corpse charge into the Overmind here. And then that'll force, I guess, put the Ooze King back in mid, maybe? Because the Corpse can't charge the Ooze King because of Intimidating, and you're not really gonna... I guess maybe you, like, block with the Corpse, like, right here, or not. you could have, like, tried to block Tacticals out of the font a little better with that, but maybe he ran out of time. And this Dead Fairy actually does retreat. So giving Tacticals the font for the moment. I think Corrupted, or no, not Corrupted. Oh, he doesn't have Corrosive Grenade on this one. This one has Bomb. This one has Gravity Well. So I think this is why I feel like recontesting this font with this Ooze King in particular would have been better, because I guess, you know, Gravity Well, it does help pull the fairy closer, but it also, like, this one can hit from range if, you know, Dead Fairy ever kites too hard, and then you can walk up. But Tactical's actually burning an Avalanche to kill that Dead Fairy. I mean, sure. Maybe not the best play when you're 2 fonts behind. I say 2 fonts because he doesn't actually gain Nora from this one, this turn, since he just captured it. So he was technically 2 fonts behind for that turn, and yeah, that was probably like all of his Nora right there. I guess he didn't want, like, the looming threat of Dead Fairy recontesting again later on. And just have, you know, forced to keep a champ over there, so I can see it. I can see why he might have done that. And over here, I mean, Vodka's in a pretty safe position. I mean, his shit is pacified this turn. Funny enough, this actually gives Korag the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I guess he could contest with the Relic if he wants with this Korag. I'm pretty sure you can't Seismic Leap when you're pacified, but he could just walk past these dudes and contest with the Relic. Maybe like a Corpsepult or something to gum up the mid-font situation even more. Then actually, maybe like a Corpsepult here to the Ooze King, and then get a corpse in the way so he can't like run anywhere crazy. But yeah, that unholy tomb in the back has been ticking away this whole time. I kind of want to see Crypt Guardian relocate it and use it for Relic Guardian buff. But I do know that that Vodka runs double Skull of Decay for that purpose. And I think actually with the Skull of Decay here, he might be able to get the kill. What is Amp at? 20? If he puts like a Skull of Decay here for the vulnerability, and yeah, he could totally get the kill on that Ooze King with the Crypt Guardian attack. Because Skull of Decay now is changed to give vulnerability disease to the closest target, and it looks like he might do it. If he does do it, get the globe and then like block the Overmind out of the font. That'd be pretty sweet. Because you can move in with the corpse and then wait, what? A Moby? Okay, well, I think you could have just like put down the. You can't even get the kill because of Psychic Magnetism. Oh boy, that was not a beneficial Moby. I mean, you get some damage on the baby slag, I guess. He would have actually done more damage if he made a basic attack because of defenseless, but I guess you get the kill anyway. So that was a little bit of a misplay, but it does secure topside. Maybe he didn't have his Skull of Decays drawn, or maybe he didn't think the amp plus vulnerability would be enough. I'm pretty sure it would have been. Like, Relic Guardian is +4. Ooze King was at 16, right? So 20% amp plus Vuln at 12 damage, that's more than enough. So the Moby, maybe not the best Moby, but it does the job. And the corpse is going to go down, but Ooze King is sure to follow. And then Mind Wipe on cooldown is... I think Vodka did a good job here of burning all the abilities on Fleshweaver so that none of them could really be mind-locked later. Like, they do get the cooldown bonus, like +3 cooldown, but I mean, now that they've already been used, it's kind of like, okay, you can mind-lock them, and I've already gotten usefulness out of the Witch before you take away one of my abilities, right? But 17 damage. Wait, what the fuck? Where did this thing get 17 damage from? Commander... What am I missing? 17, 11... Oh yeah, Guarded, I guess, because Ooze King... The funny thing about Guarded is that the AP gain... I'm pretty sure this wasn't fixed, but if you attack a Guarded unit with an attack, they can gain AP from it multiple times a turn. And the +4, I think, only works once, though. But yeah, Guarded, +4, Commander, and no banner yet. Yeah, +6. So man, Guarded is no joke. Like, it's a pretty big buff. And you really don't want to attack into a guarded unit if you can help it. But okay, so the Auroral Slag top. Is there a stealthed relic in this font, perhaps? I'm thinking that there's a rock trap in there, which is why Dead Fairy didn't capture it. Yeah, there's totally a rock trap in that font. I mean, you just walk into that with Lost Queen, right? It's no big deal. But it does delay the font grab and let Auroral Slag recontest. Auroral Slag is really neat. Dazzling plus mobility is kind of an annoying combo in like a lot of 1v1s. As the Ooze King gets swarmed here. Festering Corpse. Then Necrotor to defend bot side. Nice. I didn't see the alacrity from Tacticals last time. Maybe he changed that and realized I could use the +4 AP on that. Yeah, Auroral Slag is pretty nice in 1v1s. 1v2s not so much, because you can just trigger it with one guy and then just attack into it with the other one without worry, because it only triggers the first time it's engaged. But yeah, Dead Fairy actually triggering the trap. I don't think I would have done that. I would have definitely triggered it with the Lost Queen, because Lost Queen's like the lesser piece here. It doesn't have as much value as the Dead Fairy does in this situation. Because you can set Lost Queen in the font, and then have Dead Fairy off to the, off over here, sniping at the slag. But that is a pretty, I would say that's a pretty damn secure mid font for Vodka now. Ooze King will have to waste all his AP this turn just walking around back to it. I guess he could technically contest if he wants. I mean, Necrotor has 1-2 range, but eventually maybe the Ooze King will win out if, like, More support gets down there. I don't think he'll just win a straight-up 1v1. I think Necrotor takes that. Just because of Revel in Misery healing from across the map. But, I mean, it's an idea. Depends on what follow-up you have for mid, because right now, mid's not looking too great. Korag just going to sit there. Festering Corpse is still around. Crypt Guardian is really the main one. Sniping from the back. Once the skull gets down, these slags will be toast. They'll be escargot. And Korag, he has Brain Eater, right? Yeah, he's going to eat the brains of some of these snails. That makes me wonder if Tacticals is French. We eat the snail. But Ooze King Slag is attacking the corpse, and 21 HP. I guess you could just use that to block repulsion. Mountain Slag, I want to see this thing put in work. Last game, didn't really do too much for Tacticals, but I do like the champ. Very, very much of a nuisance in a lot of choke point situations. And here, Auroral Slag, how did you not contest? Did he actually contest with another rock trap? No, he just teleported, right? Yeah, he was here and then he moved and then blinded the dead fairy. He should get into this font, right? Unless he's putting down another stealth relic. But, there's an anathema. And Vodka actually, wow, Vodka takes the game off of that. All right. So if I'm not mistaken, that is the third win for Vodka. And that marks the end of this bracket. So I will see everyone in the next bracket later on. Thanks everyone for watching.